All right, Big Ten Football Media Days wraps up. Sean, let's talk about Mike Riley and the big bullet points. Number one was the possibility of disciplinary action for Stanley Morgan Jr. and Antonio Reed. What did you see today?
Well, you know, Mike Riley didn't want to come out and say what the plan is at this point because I think we're in an era now, kind of post-Penn State, post-Baylor, where football coaches don't make these decisions. I think some of it's done above him now in the athletic department through a chain of command. And you know, that he did say that these guys will have done everything possible behind the scenes and have done a lot of the right things going forward educationally. So it will be interesting to see. But if, as far as an announcement, typically you don't make that announcement until maybe the week of that first game.
And Mike Riley did say that he was proud of both of those players for making the steps after the incident down in Florida. All right, let's talk about some injuries, because Chris Jones, obviously the injury to the Huskers' best defensive player, was a huge topic here at Big Ten Football Media Days.
Yeah, Chris Jones, you know, Nebraska's most decorated player, was supposed to be here in Chicago, was replaced by Aaron Williams after the knee injury. But the real story now to follow will be the red shirt. Chris Jones played as a true freshman here at Nebraska, which means he does have the option to take a red shirt and come back in 2018. It's something that Mike Riley said they haven't even discussed yet. He's going to kind of let him go through the surgery, get over the injury, and then kind of look at where things are at. Now, JoJo Dolman, another guy that was going to play a lot at safety, played last year as a true freshman, so he too could redshirt. And Mike Riley gave the indication today that it's heading in that direction, that Dolman sees kind of the bigger picture right now, that he's going to be a very good player in this program, and a red shirt would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, Mike Riley talking to JoJo Dolman over the spring, because that's when the injury happened, giving him a little more time. The Chris Jones injury is so fresh, he's going to let the dust settle. But I was impressed, though, and I know you were too, about how the quiet confidence, not just from Mike Riley, but Tanner Lee and Chris Weber and Aaron Williams. It's kind of the undercurrent of this club.
Yeah, it's interesting because you know, everyone just looks at a lot of things like how you finish. Well, Nebraska lost their last 2 games, so that plays a big indicator on how you make a preseason prediction on top of how many starters you return. Well, Nebraska finished poorly, and they lost a lot of starters. So naturally, the barometer out there is 6 to 7 wins in a lot of publications right now. But Mike Riley, you know, just has this quiet confidence about him right now that he thinks this team has some of the makings to be much better than that, and he finally has the type of quarterback he's comfortable with, and he's learned some things over the last couple of years as well with Tommy Armstrong. So you just get the sense, you know, he's not saying this team's going to make the college football playoff, but that they can make a run at this division, especially with all the key divisional games played in Lincoln.
It's going to be fun to see. Fan Day is Saturday. The start of fall camp is Sunday. The season opener, September 2nd, against Arkansas State.